Hello, boys and girls. I'm Miss Core. Today we're going to cover quantifiers. So please take out your Unit 6 booklet and turn to page 9. By the end of this presentation, you will be able to complete exercise 4 and 5. So now let's go to page 9 together. A lot of or lots of means many or much. It is used in both countable and uncountable nouns, and they carry positive meanings. For example, I haven't got much money, but I have got a lot of friends. So you can see money is uncountable, so they use much. On the other hand, friends is countable, so we can use many or a lot of. So in this case, you will use a lot of friends. Second example, Veronica does not drink much coffee, but she drinks a lot of tea. Look at coffee. Coffee is uncountable. That's why you will say much coffee. By the same token, tea is also uncountable. But in this case, we can use a lot of, because a lot of can be used in both countable and uncountable nouns. Therefore, you will say a lot of tea or much tea. Some. Some refers to a few or a little. You use some when you're not sure how many or how much there is, and it carries positive meaning. For example, I have just made some cakes. Do you want to try some? Some can also be used in questions, especially when we ask something. For instance, can you give me some advice? Advice is uncountable. But when you want to get something, you can say some advice. So can you give me some advice? The other example, do you want some more coffee? Some for coffee. A few. A few refers to not many. It is used in countable nouns that carries positive meaning. The shop has a few customers. Now, in this case, you will use a few because it has a positive meaning, has. You will use a few because it means not many, and also it is a countable noun, customer. So that's why you will say the shop has a few customers. The second example, Joan has made a few mistakes in the test. Mistakes are countable nouns. And when it carries positive meaning, has, you will say a few. In other words, you can also say, Joan has not made many mistakes in the test, which has the same meaning as Joan has made a few mistakes in the test. A little. A little refers to not much. It is used in uncountable nouns that carries positive meaning. For instance, the dog needs a little water. So water itself is uncountable, and when you want to say not much, you will say a little water. The second example, Jenny is sleepy. She got a little sleep last night. So sleep is uncountable, it is an abstract noun, and you will say a little sleep. Any. Any is usually used in questions. It is also usually used in answers that carries negative meaning. And it is used both in countable and uncountable nouns. For example, is there any rice in the bowl? So when you're not sure if there is any rice, you will use any. And when your answer is a no, you will use any. So you will say, there isn't any rice in the bowl. Not any. When you see the word not, you will know it is used in negative answers, in both countable and uncountable nouns. And the meaning of not any is there is nothing left. For example, there isn't any rice in the bowl. None. None refers to no, and it is used normally without a noun. For example, my brother has a lot of money, but I have none. So after none, you don't add any noun. Exercise 4. Fill in the blanks in the dialogues with some, any, none. The first one has been done for you as an example. Number 1. Judy. Are there any oranges in the refrigerator? Ken. Yes, there are some. There are some apples too. Now you can see in number 1, they use any because you're asking a question and you're not sure if there is or are any oranges in the refrigerator. And when the answer is a positive statement, that means yes, you will use some. And when you're not sure of the number, how many apples there are, you can use some apples instead of many apples. Number 2, James, have you got questions to ask? No, I haven't got, but May has got. Now look at number 2, Dick's statement. Questions, there is an S. So it is a countable noun. What do you use with that? And when you see James's statement, no, do you use some, any, or none? And when you see May, do you use some, any, or none? Because she has got questions. Number 3, Andy. Are there chocolates in the box? No, there aren't. However, there are sweets. Now please determine the answer for number 3. Number 4, Bob. I have no paper. Can you lend me? Sorry, I have. Now pay attention to number 4, May's statement. She says, sorry, I have. There is no nouns after the full stop, right? So what do you say? Some, any, or none? Number 5, Leon. I have no blue pens. Have you got? No, I've got dash, full stop. Number 6, are there Chinese restaurants nearby? No, there aren't, but there are Italian restaurants. Number 7, do you have books about Africa? Sorry, I have got. You can ask Pauline. She may have. Number 8, I've got bananas, apples, and pears. What would you like? It doesn't matter. I like fruit. Number 9, I've invited friends to our party tonight, but I've got no music. Oh, don't worry. I'll bring compact discs this afternoon. Number 10, is there rubbish in the bin? No, there isn't. However, there is rubbish on the floor. Remember, rubbish is uncountable. So what do you add? Now let's go to page 12, exercise 5. Fill in the blanks with a lot of, a few, a little. The first one has been done for you as an example. Number 1. Jeanette is sick. She needs a few days rest. So days is countable. That's why you can use a few. A few means not many. Number 2. Would you like more wine? Now wine is uncountable. So what do you use? Number 3. I am very busy, but I have time for reading. So time is uncountable. What do you add? Number 4. May knows 普通话 since she has studied in Beijing for 15 years. Number 5. There are people in Chimsachoi because they want to see the firework. Number 6. Jessica has friends, so she feels very happy. Okay, boys and girls, I hope my presentation is useful for you. Please complete pages 11 to pages 12. Should you have any questions, remember to ask your English teacher. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.